Yeah, and a good afternoon. Yeah, I had a fun of load shedding, and yeah, also not feeling that great. But yeah, I wanted to start with Vvardenfell. Vvardenfell is the first game I've played when I got Elder Scrolls Online many years ago. Um, well, yeah, it is actually many years ago. When did I get Elder Scrolls Online? Let's see what the stat says. Well, the game loads in. Oh, map loads in. And by the way, wrong map. But we'll have to, fortunately, we'll have to load in and see where we load in. So I played 2,677 hours already. But does it tell me when did I get the game? We're in the wrong map. We need to go to Vvardenfell. And unfortunately, we won't see the intro to Vvardenfell, like I did so many years ago. But we should still be able to go there. Or start the storyline at least. Let's see if I can see it here. I can't see it here. But yeah. Apparently it calculates out to 111 days of continuous gameplay. Yeah. Quite some time ago. Probably 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. But
please, someone, we need help.
the Vvardenfell story basically starts with the ship. You come in with the ship after being rescued. And there's a document here somewhere. Document's not important. But it's basically the start of the story. And of course, I need to ransack everything. When you get off, and normally said you have to go to the census office. Okay. My golden shells, red light. Yeah. I wonder. Understanding living gods. So this is somebody who just started out the game. I wonder, should we actually start the game from the actual beginning? Meaning, just to get the intro to where we disembark on a ship. Now that should be easy enough to do. I think. Because all we do is we create the character. And of course, we want Khajiit. Right. We're here. Khajiit. So I'm not going to go too much into the design. And we can call this anything. Just to create one. And we want to play the tutorial. I'm just worried that class. This is necromancer. Funny face. Okay. I'm just now scared because I'm trying to get to Vvardenfell, not to the other one. How do I say needs to go to Vvardenfell? Ah, damn it. It's just not here. You have played through the tutorial with a previous character. Do you want to play? Yes. Now it's already in use. The problem of everybody creating characters. So, hopefully it's a Vvardenfell. All of Bavaria. If we in
You're awake. Oh, thank the stars.
I'm confused. Where are we?
There you are, on your feet. I know magical translocation can really upset the stomach. Just take a moment and get your bearings, all right?
Yeah,
The
also.
Isle of Bolfiera, home of Clan Berini. I apologize for the cramped accommodations. We pride ourselves on courtesy, but circumstances here have taken a turn for the bizarre. I needed to make sure you weren't a danger to yourself or others.
Okay, let me out.
You might not be so eager to escape once you hear what's going on. You arrive via a portal, along with a Daetric beast called Shayazel. It seized control of our golems and unleashed them on the island. If I free you, will you help me stop Shayazel?
Yes, set me free and I'll help. Okay, I've got no clue where we are.
Just give me a moment. There. That should unlock the door. When you're ready, follow me. There you are. Free as a spring cricket. I hope you intend to keep your word. We'll need each other out there. Of that I'm certain. The name's Norianwe, by the way, of Clan Berini. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Where are we heading?
We're bound for a place called the Key Rights Gallery. But first, I need to know you can defend yourself. Hurtling through the Orbis and falling flat on your ear left you a bit scattered. Find a weapon, and we'll work out the cobwebs. Fair?
Sure, but more questions. Yeah, I've got also.
I can't promise total transparency, but I'll be as forthcoming as I can.
I mentioned the Key-Wright Gallery. What is that place?
The Key-Wright's Gallery is an ancient substructure of Vvardenfell Island, built long before my clan arrived.
Why is it called the Key-Wright Gallery?
On account of all the doors. The gallery's full of ancient gates, each with some arcane connection to places in Tamriel and beyond. Once the gates came to life, rifts opened. You fell out of one of them. The Daedra, shy as hell, emerged from another.
How did you escape?
I cast an incantation of the steed, snatched you up, and fled as fast as my feet would carry me. I heard the Daedra cursing, followed by some kind of explosion, but I didn't look back. I hope the gallery is still standing.
You said something about Gallums. What's going on here exactly?
Would it frustrate you to hear that I have no idea? We Dureni are cautious by nature, so the Isle of Bolfiera has many defenses. Magical stone guardians protect many of our sacred sites, but somehow this Daedra found a way to turn them against us.
Can you describe the Daedra Shazazi?
Ugh, do I have to? If I recall my studies correctly, I'd say it's a harvester. A huge serpentine creature that feeds on souls and magicka. If it finds a way to consume the energies of the gallery, we will be in very serious trouble.
What are you doing here?
Nothing irresponsible, if that's what you're asking. I'm a member of Clan Dureni's Intelligence Guild, the Cinderell. More scholar than spy, I assure you. I was conducting some research in the gallery, then pop! You and that monster arrived.
Why were you studying in this place?
The gallery's always been a place of special interest for the guild, but we never quite cracked how it worked. Despite the dangers, this is our greatest breakthrough to date. The guild master will be ecstatic, provided we get it under control.
Okay. I'm a bit confused as to where we are. Okay, I want daggers. Bow. Off. I want my daggers.
Larger weapons like staves and great axes will take both hands to use. You can pair smaller weapons with a shield, or another weapon of that size. The choice is yours.
I like daggers.
Yes, I think that one suits you. If you change your mind, feel free to take any other weapon you want. Now, let's find a spot to practice.
I'm now more interested in this start, because I've not seen this start before. I was hoping for the ship.
This is as good a place as any. Now, prepare yourself while I conjure up a dance partner.
Yeah, stop prompting me all the stuff, I understand.
Quickly now, strike the construct.
I can't defend.
Attack! Impressive. Well, brilliant.
Okay.
Ready yourself. Quick, strike while it's off balance. You're unnatural. Protect yourself. Strike hard, now. That's the way. Well done. Keep up the defense. Give it everything you've got. Now,
I'm going to
try
Peepers.
restrain you. Quickly,
Okay.
break free. You ready to break free? Again, make ready. Now bash the... Now press your advantage with a heavy attack. Interrupt now, before it strikes.
There's a basic combat
Swiftly now. Interrupt it.
basic combat
When your
things.
enemy prepares an attack. Good, now destroy it.
What happened to itself?
Well done. Come speak with me for a moment. With moves like that, the Daedra doesn't stand a chance. Yes, I'd say we're ready to set out.
The deal will increase to level 1, not level 2. Where are we heading now?
To reach the Keyride's gallery, we have to make it out of this ruin and across a wide field full of the golems I mentioned. With any luck, we'll be able to slip past them. But I'm not all that lucky, so I'm sorry in advance.
Right, we'll head there next. What can I expect an encounter in the gallery?
Well, it begins with a door, the first of many. The only way to access the gallery is through a mysterious gateway. Once we pass through that initial door, we'll step into a huge vault. This is the part that worries me most.
Why does that worry you?
I believe Shiazel, the Daedric creature that's causing all this mischief, may have nested itself in there. So be prepared to fight.
We'll deal with specifically the golems.
I can't say anything with certainty, but ridding the world of an otherworldly abomination can't hurt, right? Its influence might linger for a time, but the golems should return to normal before too long. Hopefully.
Let's go. I am not sure where we are at the moment, and that partly concerns me. So that'll give us a bit of defenses. We need to up our weapons. Requires 1 skill point. We don't have skill points yet. 3 maybe out. Available claim. Yes, claim that. There we've got a skill point. So now we can go. Could we just get us? I don't want to see messages. Go away. What, they just gave us a skill point. Okay, regardless. Yeah, play. Skill point. I didn't click there. Now we should be able to unlock that. Which is, yeah, I know about it.
One
now,
of the stray golems. We might want to sneak past it.
Damn it, I hate when I lock my feet. And that is... yeah, I know about that. And I think I did get that, what was in the backpack. Lockpick kit, which I can't use at the moment. There is traps set out also. Yeah, I need to set that setting. Because that gets old very quickly. Settings, gameplay, game mode. Where was that? Not one of the errands. Auto loot on. Auto stolen loot off. There it is. And now it won't keep prompting me the whole time when it searches for something. Yes, armor.
There. Let's hurry.
Let's see. Unsprung birds. That's light, that's medium, that's heavy. We'll go for medium. Got that. We want medium. Got that. The medium gives a bit more protection, but it slows you down. That would have increased our defensive rates. I'm just going to play through this character. That's why I wanted that setting change. Now it's just very quick to loot.
Right. The entrance to the Keyrights Gallery should be east of here. Let's set out.
Okay, if you say so. And sprint also, I know. And the compass is on the top, I know. The question is, how do I trigger the start of the map? Yeah, I'm picking up quite a bit of gear. And I can't assassinate, so let's keep off the path. Keep off the path so that we don't have to fight all the golems, and we fight a tiger. Because why not? Damn it. Never been here, I don't know where we are. But that in itself is interesting.
The Keyrights Gallery is in here. Let's head inside.
I'm actually picking up quite a bit of lockpicks also. Which is good. Lockpicks is always useful. The problem is, of course, I can't pick any locks at the moment.
Well, this is upsetting.
Okay, I'm assuming that should be powered.
Jeffers' bones. The surge of magicka created by the portals you came through. It must have cracked this sky shard. Without a functioning sky shard, this gate remains locked, and there's no way for us to proceed. Damn!
So is there any way to fix it?
Unless you have a set of enchanting tools and a working knowledge of meteoric empowerment theory, no, there's nothing for it. We need to find a replacement.
Where can we find a replacement for the sky shard?
I saw one in a vault just south of here a few days ago, but it was flanked by one of the island's more powerful golems. Normally, I'd say we should search for another option, but given the circumstances, I think we have to risk it.
Alright, I'll find the sky shard. Now, something before I set out?
Of course. Let's not tarry too long, though.
What are sky shards exactly? I know what
Giant
it is.
clusters of meteoric glass. They fall from Aetherius, charged with raw and very potent magicka. Mages use sky shards in all kinds of rituals and experiments. We Dureni use them as a power source.
Goodbye. Yeah, and we can use it to power up also. So yeah. Are these actually better equipment? Or the same equipment? Same equipment.
All right. Do you see that vault to the south? The sky shard is there.
And we had a tiger sitting somewhere. And somebody else. I already have the companion bit out. Somebody else also restarted the level.
There it is, the sky shard.
But you said there was a guardian here. I'm assuming that's the guardian. I assume I can't sneak around the guardian. There was a ring. Use rings. A belt. That'll up our defense. I think that'll actually do anything. That doesn't really do anything. Okay, so it does mean our defense is upped. Difficulty monitoring encounters will health bars.
To the side.
And I'm out of stamina. Yeah, powering up.
What? Did you just absorb the energy of that shard? Incredible.
Yes.
Not quite what I intended, but we can work with this. Let's head back to the gate.
Yeah, like I said, I've never been here, so this is totally new to me. But I'm guessing this is to do with the DLCs and stuff. There's somebody else that's also running this map. Okay, like I said, this is a sidetrack from what I wanted to do.
You did it! Any luck? It'll respond to the power you absorbed and unlock the gate.
Yeah, come on. We already figured that part out.
I'm afraid we've reached the really scary bit. The Daedric creature responsible for all these portals waits just beyond that gate. If you have any other preparations to make them now.
Do you have any advice on how to slay this thing?
Again, I'm just a scholar, but I'd encourage you to remember what we practiced before. Keep moving, strike true, and exploit any opening the creature gives you.
Bye.
There it is! Send it back to oblivion!
Yeah.
Only I will remain.
Stay outside of that circle.
You cannot kill.
And stay out of those bulbs. I steal life force energy.
And die.
You're already dead.
You did it! Hopefully the gallery wasn't too badly damaged. Follow me!
I'm still unsure where we are. We're not in Vvardenfell. I think there's also books you have bookshelves you have to go through. Because these are levels hidden in here.
Oh, the stars. Look at the central column. I had no idea it was concealing something like this. Let's get a closer look.
No. we need to go in.
This is the Keyrights Gallery, but not as I remember it.
Yeah. Got a
Now
giant
I see
axle
why
in.
we never managed to unlock the gates. Their power comes from this arcane helix. Amazing. With the helix exposed, these gates can finally reopen. Perhaps not all of them at first, but enough to reach most of Tamriel. The question for you, I suppose, is where to first?
Oh, Vvardenfell. How do I know which is which?
Can you believe this? Just look around. With this arcane helix exposed, the chamber is positively crackling with magic. The Keyrights Gallery has come to life, and I finally think I know why.
What do you mean? Why did it come to life?
Because of you. Matters in Tamriel are bleak. War rages in Cyrodiil. Daedric princes conspire. Dragons ride the winds of elsewhere. The Second Era needs a savior. I believe the gallery, perhaps even the adamantine tower itself, chose you.
What do you think I should do next?
The Keyrights Gallery opened doors to every corner of Tamriel, places I suspect that desperately need a hero's aid. This choice is yours to make, but wherever you choose to go, I'm sure adventure awaits. May the stars protect you.
Complete.
So, have you chosen where to go? What region of the world strikes your fancy? Not everyone gets to pass instantly from one side of Tamriel to another, you know. This is quite a gift.
Do you plan to use one of the doors as well?
What, me? No, I've got work to do. The Cinderil will want every bit of this place searched and studied. Since I did the discovering, I'll probably end up leading the effort.
Okay. Very interesting thought. And yeah. So climb. Yeah, another attribute of the attribute. Okay. So this is elsewhere. We saw the name. YL. Northeast Roost. Rotten Walls. Bleakrock Isle. Vvardenfell. This is what we actually wanted to see the intro to. And we got this intro.
This portal leads to Vvardenfell. Fascinating, given that the Dark Elves only recently opened it to outsiders. Our spies indicate there might be something wrong with the Dunmer's God King, Vivek. Anything capable of that is a threat to everyone.
Travel to Fallenstad, Divine Conundrum.
It is written, my Vvardenfell, my paradise.
Be wary, Trevor. Pilgrims have been attacked on these roads.
At first, I assumed it was the usual house squabbles.
It attacked our camp last night, tore poor Ilva's head off, right in front of me.
You must hunt it. You must kill it.
Ashlanders once respected each other, helped one another.
These nomadic heretics deny the divinity of the tribunal and have no love for
Lies
Vivek.
upon lies! Does it give them pleasure to invent reasons to bring us harm?
I'm not sure they deserve to be saved, but that's what we have to do.
I don't need you starting a blood feud.
Sometimes the great gear turns from frustration to opportunity.
And like I said, we start with the ship. This is where the storyline actually starts. But yeah, that's also, I was not expecting going through that. That was a new one for me. Granted, I didn't create a character in quite some time. So yeah, they've updated the way that works. So let's switch over back to our normal character. The one that I actually want to finish this area with. Because, yeah, I want to actually get all the storylines on this character done. And the Vvardenfell storyline is the last of them. Looks like this is the first person to see.
I think you've done enough in Seyda Outlander. I suggest you go and visit one of our other fair cities.
Not sure what you're talking about. I'm actually trying to talk to her.
There's an armiger injured on the road outside Seyda. So much blood! They need help!
Tell me what happened.
I'm not exactly sure. The buoyant armiger was accompanying Canon Valasa on a mission for Lord Vivek, but something terrible must have happened. Canon Valasa sent me to find help. She's on the road just outside of Seyda. Will you help them?
I'll go find Canon Valasa. And I've got an hour and 45 minutes left. Ah, lovely. Canon Valasa.
Forgive me, Outlander, but I have enough to deal with. I'm just a simple tribunal priest, and the trouble at the ancestral tomb was too much for even our buoyant armiger to deal with. I have failed Lord Vivek, and left a colleague alone at the tomb.
What happened at the central tomb?
Lord Vivek sent the three of us to seek guidance at the Andrano ancestral tomb. We were attacked when we got there, and our guard was seriously hurt. We barely got her to safety, but we failed to complete the mission Lord Vivek bestowed upon us.
Theophile, you mentioned another priest?
Canon Levoul. He remained behind after we retreated from the tomb. I know he wants to get back inside and ask Lord Vivek's questions, but there's no way he can get past the Daedra, or ask the questions on his own. May the three grant him wisdom.
I can go to the tomb and help Canon Vivek.
Talisa, what's wrong? Someone help!
By the three! First a wounded armiger, now this!
By dawn and dusk, evil creeps through the shadows of my beloved Vvardenfell. But an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Sure.
Those words, what do they mean?
What happened?
Merciful Azura, the Mother Soul spoke through you. It's a miracle!
Okay. We'll see what happens there. Why am I showing two missions? Talk to... damn, they want me to talk to somebody again. I thought I talked to everybody. Didn't see anything there. Oh well. Back here.
Lord Vivek, protect me. That was Azura, the queen of the night sky. And you, she spoke directly to you, Outlander. I'm surprised the Daedric Prince would risk Lord Vivek's wrath to proclaim a prophecy. But she did say you were here to aid us.
What just happened here?
The Daedric Prince Azura possessed that woman and spoke through her. I've heard of such occurrences, of course, but to witness such an event... She said evil creeps through the land. I wonder if it has anything to do with what we saw at the tomb.
Tell me more about the mission at the tomb.
We sought guidance in a matter that concerns Lord Vivek. I received specific questions to ask while Levoul concentrated on summoning his ancestor. The Daedra ruined those plans when they fell upon Urnsey, and we were forced to flee.
Daedra?
Vile creatures from oblivion. You hear about an odd ghost or a nest of vampires, but never Daedra. Please, if they're still there, they'll rip Canon Levoul apart. He's definitely not a warrior. Just look at what they did to the buoyant armiger.
What's a buoyant armiger?
The buoyant armigers comprise one of the military orders of the Tribunal Temple. They seek to emulate Lord Vivec's deeds through actions and words. Poor Urnsey. Those monsters went straight for her. Her blood flowed like lava from Red Mountain.
Red Mountain?
Where are you from? Children learn of Red Mountain before they even taste Flynn. The mountain sits at the center of Vvardenfell, periodically rumbling like a sleeping Nyx shaking its leg. Lately, however, it seems to be waking from its long slumber.
Okay, so Azura is the direct prince and Lord Vivec is one of the three princes, or not really princes. Okay, here we are. Cannot open the door right. What's wrong now?
Can't let Lord Vivec down. Those monsters, it's too dangerous. What am I going to do?
I didn't trigger this guy.
Canon Valasar send you? Oh, she did, didn't she? That means she made it to Seyda-Neen. Vivec be praised. Will you help me complete my mission? It would be sacrilege if I don't enter my family's tomb and make Lord Vivec's inquiries.
I'll help you into the tomb and ask your question.
As the saints declare, the tribunal always provides. We'll need to be cautious, however. Daedra invaded the tomb. Makes it hard to talk to one's ancestors while monsters try to eat you. I'll also need your help when we reach the summoning chamber.
What kind of help?
Take this scroll with Lord Vivec's inquiries. While I summon forth my ancestor spirit and concentrate on maintaining the connection, you must ask the questions. He insists we use the exact phrasing. We can go inside when you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's enter the family tomb.
We're really going to do this? I wish I knew how Daedra got into my family tomb, but I'm sure you can handle them. At least you know they're there. They ambushed poor Armiger Urnsey. Took her completely by surprise. Follow me. I'll open the door.
All right.
Follow me, but keep an eye out for those Daedra.
I'm trying to run a little bit faster also because of my time restraints. And it's been a while since I played this story.
Careful. The creatures attacked as soon as we entered the Hall of Remembrance.
Yeah, I'm sure I can do something with them. I'm not going to bother switching out fights. We need to go a long way around today. Of course we do.
This used to be such a peaceful place. I came here as a young acolyte to meditate.
And like I said, this is a starter level, so this is actually way under my skill level. But I wanted to finish this. No, I don't want to search out fights, because that's just going to waste time. Going still the right way? Yes.
We're nearly there. Then we can summon my ancestor.
So this guy's a level 5. That's trying to skill up.
The summoning chamber. I'll call forth my ancestor, then you can ask Vivek's questions.
Hasn't my rest been disturbed enough by those filthy Daedra? Why do you summon me, descendant?
My Lord Vivek has inquiries that only you can answer, my lady. My companion will present them with your permission.
The warrior poet? Very well. Ask Vivek's questions. Ask the warrior poet's questions, Outlander.
Lord Vivek asked, the heart of the world, key to attention, should be I be filled with apprehension? The heart of the world, key to ascension, should I be filled with apprehension? Doesn't make sense to me.
Lord Vivek always had a way with words. Tell him to rest assured. The heart remains safe. I wonder why that concerns him. Ask the remaining questions, as my time here is short.
Lord Vivek asked, has the enemy of old returned to devour the bolt?
An enemy of old, yes. But not the one that Vivek presumes.
Should Silversteel in his unending crusade know our divinity would shrivel and fade?
Silversteel imagined multiple scenarios and contemplated endless solutions. He even experimented with his divinity, drawing energy to study before returning it. Loss will come, he foresaw, but not until the collapse of the temple. Now, back to sleep.
Goodbye.
I hope that's what Lord Vivek needed. Let's talk outside.
Lots of urns, yeah, let's just go outside. The stuff that's here is also not really going to be of any benefit to me. It really means outside.
Thank you for helping me complete my task. Now, I need to return to Vivek City. Have you been there? It's amazing. Ziggurats rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. You should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivek.
Did you understand what your ancestor told us?
Just between us, I understood neither the questions asked nor the answers received. Not that I expected to. Some things aren't meant for mortal minds. That's another reason for you to come to Vivek City, to help me explain what my ancestors said.
I can help recount what happened here.
Excellent. I just need to make a quick stop in Seydanin to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivek City, head right to the palace and I'll meet you there. I know that Lord Vivek will want to reward you for assisting me.
I'll meet you in Vivek City.
I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivek City, head directly for Lord Vivek's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and we can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned.
You said I'd ask you more about the tribunal before we finish our mission. Oh no, thanks. There are 3 of them. Lord Vivek, Silversteel and Amalexia. To Vivek City. I'm getting lag. I'm sitting at 300 ping at the moment. What's going on?
Please, Vivek.
This is the person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivek, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
As you say. I'll be in my office if you need me.
Step forward, friend of Levoul, and let us speak. Canon Levoul says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander?
What kind of help do you need, Lord Vivek?
I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god?
Of course, Lord Vivek. I can provide a fresh perspective.
Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with a simple divination ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery.
I don't think Archcanon Tarvis wants my help.
The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis will do as I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcanon in his office, and he'll tell you how to proceed.
When I first arrived here, I saw a vision of Azura.
The Daedric Prince. I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return.
Was what the ancestor said helpful?
Levoul's ancestor assured me that a source of power remains safe. As for the rest, let the guess ripen in the mind, and only speak when the fruit grows certain. I require more information on these matters, hence the need for the divination ritual.
Fine. Okay, so now we need to get the stuff for the divination ritual. Over here. And this. Like I said, it's been a while.
Outlander. Lord Vivek trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you, but who am I to question my god? I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work? Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first?
Lord Vivek said he needs to perform a divination ritual.
Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivek. Now listen closely. I hate to repeat myself.
I'm listening.
Despite my objections, Vivek believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the overseer that Lord Vivek requires the blessing stone. Then bring it to me in the palace.
I'll go to the unfinished ziggurat, get the blessing stone, and meet you at Vivek's palace.
You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivek, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well. Go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy arch-cannon of a living god or anything.
The rest is just going to go around in circles. So the blessing stones is stones with part of Vivek's power in. Looking for something, but I'm not seeing something. Lovely. We need to talk to the overseer.
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. I'm just having one of those days.
Archcanon Terra sent me. I need to borrow the blessing stone.
Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I, but I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters. I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea.
Lord Vivek needs the blessing stone to perform a ritual.
Lord Vivek? Well, why didn't you say so? But I'll need your help before I can turn over the blessing stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone.
I'll clear the passage and free the workers. On my way to retrieve the stone.
I appreciate the help. Just remember that you're only borrowing the stone. It needs to be back in the consecration chamber before the next shift, or we'll never get this ziggurat constructed in time.
Goodbye. Okay. Now we need to get people out. Why did I get a lag there? Dig a little bit in the ground and suddenly he's able to lift the column.
Thanks for saving me.
Let's dig in the ground again.
Thank you. I'll go tell the overseer what you did for me.
One is what digging in the ground does. So we need to get up there now. A blazing stone. Yeah, so now we've got the blazing stone. Back to the archcannon. Go up there.
Oh, good. I didn't want to walk.
Praise Vivek.
Faster to get the count out. Archcannon.
The Outlander returns. I understand there was trouble at the construction site, but you were able to save a few of the workers. Lord Vivek always draws the straightest arrow from the quiver. Praise the tribunal. Did you bring the blessing stone?
I have the blazing stone.
Stand over there. In Canon Level's absence, you will form the third corner of our ritual triangle. When you're ready, place the blessing stone, and we'll begin the ritual.
So over here. I'm wearing a Khajiit mask.
Hear the words of the warrior poet.
and reveal the source of Lord Vivek's distress. An Ashlander? A clockwork marriage? A Daedric cultist? Something interfered with the ritual, my lord. But we may have learned something. Excuse me while I compare the results to our previous research.
Between the cryptic warnings of the ancestor spirit and the unexpected result of the divination ritual, I fear there may be more astir than I imagined. We solved the greatest mysteries by accident, I suspect. I should write that down.
Something went wrong during the ritual. Did you learn what you had hoped?
We learn from every action we take. Failure or success, each result teaches us something, at least in the larger sense. To be more specific, no, not as much as I hoped.
There were images in the ritual.
Images that suggest avenues to investigate, riddles to solve. Let me tell you a secret, Outlander. It concerns a living god and energy that fades like daylight as dusk spreads across the land.
I don't understand, Lord Vivek.
Listen well, and speak not a word. My divine energy, it drains away. Whether from illness or foul malady, I know not. You must travel the land and seek answers on my behalf. But first, gratitude before service, as I have written. So thank you.
That's complete.
The ritual confirmed my worst fears. Divine energy flows out of me for no reason that I can discern. I felt the power imbued within my blessing stone get wrenched away as soon as you added it to the ritual. I couldn't stop it.
You're losing divine energy? How is that possible?
To quote my own words as the warrior poet, no lock exists that the determined thief cannot open. Follow the trail of my missing energy, and try to discover the identity of the enemy Levul's ancestor warned us about.
You think an enemy is responsible for your energy loss?
Something drains my energy. Find Archcanon Tarvis in his office, and ask if he gleaned anything useful from the ritual. If not, I know his earlier research indicated new avenues to investigate. Go where he tells you, and learn what you can.
I'll talk to Archcanon Tarvis.
My divine energy diminishes with every passing moment, but the ritual confirmed my affliction is not natural. I regret that I could not reveal the full nature of these dire circumstances until your trustworthiness had been demonstrated.
Goodbye. Yeah, I'm not going to delve into lore and stuff. It's unfortunately I'm limited time. Open.
I performed that ritual countless times, and it never exploded in my face before. If I discover that you sabotaged the divination... No. I shouldn't take my failure out on you. It's not your fault that things are... difficult.
By difficult you mean the Lord Vivek's loss of power?
How do you know about... Lord Vivek told you? Of course he did. It's his prerogative, I suppose. You must swear to keep this secret, though. There would be panic in the streets if the people believed one of the tribunal was incapacitated.
Lord Vivek said you might need help investigating the source of the problem.
It's true. I'm much better at scholarly pursuits than field work. And the ritual wasn't a total failure. It confirmed 3 locations from my earlier studies. Bolmora, Aldrin, and Berelzar's tower. I need you to investigate each of these sites.
I'll investigate Palmer, Alder and Balsra Tower.
Haven't you left yet? The sites at Balmer, Aldrin, and Barrelzal's Tower aren't going to investigate themselves.
If we wait long enough, maybe. Goodbye. Okay, so we need to investigate 3 places. And those 3 places are widely apart. So one is here. One is here. I don't remember where the third one was. Up here. Each one has their own story also that we need to investigate. This one is close to a waste gate. Let's go to that one first. Of course, here's a waste gate, yeah. Go to the waste shrine. Okay, so meter itself. Now, normally when you start out the game,
I demand to see my
you wouldn't
brother.
have all
Lay
this.
hands upon me, and you will lose them. You there! The territory of the Red Exiles shouldn't be traveled lightly. Ashlanders once respected each other.
Just want to make sure you're white.
Ashlanders once respected each other, helped one another. You'd think these were house wolves or tribunal dogs, the way they treated me. Speaking of the tribunal, you have the smell of dog about you. I wonder why that is.
I'm looking into something for Lord Vivek.
Lord Vivek, is it? And I thought all the tribunal cared about was building monuments to their own greatness. Nice to see that one of them cares about what's going on beyond their borders. Well, perhaps we can aid each other this day, Outlander.
What kind of help do you need?
Ashlanders are nomads, but we gather at sacred sites to trade, confer, and pay homage to the past. Aldrin is such a place. That's why Chodala invited the Red Exiles here. But these outcasts won't let me into their camp. I need to find my brother.
Your brother?
My brother, Chodala, is the Ashkan of our tribe, and I am his ambassador. I act as a go-between among the tribes. Chodala wants to unite the Dunmer and calmly end the era of the bickering houses. He hopes to convince the tribes to follow his lead.
So what do you need me to do?
Head into the Red Exiles camp and find my brother. Otherwise, see if you can find out what he was doing in there and where he's gone. Be wary of the outcasts. As you saw, they won't hesitate to attack without reason or provocation.
I'll go to the Cardinals now.
Chodala went to meet with the Red Exiles leader and hasn't returned. If I enter the camp and have to kill any of those foolish outcasts, it could have serious repercussions for our negotiations. Find my brother, and I'll help you with your quest.
Goodbye. Yeah, we need to find a brother. Continue. Like I said, all of these has little side quests. Let's go stealth. Even my skin darkens when I do that. Am I just not going to attack me? Fine. Nobody in that tent. In that tent. And some soldiers. Always useful. Ish. Stepping. And we'll take the bottle also. I was in a meeting with Cordell and we will the filed by scribe Durkin. A lot of reading. So he was here. Let's get out. Trigger letting anybody know we were here.
You seem to have survived your visit to the Red Exiles camp. Did you find my brother?
No, but I found this record of his meeting with the Red Exile leader.
Interesting. I never suspected that the outcasts were disciplined enough to keep records such as this. Oh no. I can't believe my brother would be so... brazen.
Called himself the Vvardenfell. Do you know what that means?
It means that Chodola really has changed. With his newfound powers and rising ambitions...
Arts Fantasy rated my stream with 6 viewers.
I suppose you have a right to know what I'm talking about. Take this. I found it among my brother's possessions.
Hi, Art. And thanks for the ride. And thanks for the, yeah. Thanks for the ride. Yeah, unfortunately, I've got a time restriction for my stream due to loadshedding in South Africa. But I'm trying to do the Vvardenfell story, which I did long ago, but never with this character. Another scroll. Did gotta write this?
Chodola discovered new power out in the wilderness, and it changed his view of the world. He writes about it in that document. Now he believes he's the Nerevarine, and incites the tribes, while I try to keep them all from doing anything rash.
What's a Nerevarine?
You
I'm
don't
butchering
know?
those words.
I thought... No, you're not an Ashlander, and the House Elves rarely talk about such things. Long ago, there was a hero named Nerevar. He fought alongside the Tribunal, before they claimed to be gods, until they betrayed him.
Yeah, I actually enjoy playing it. This character that I'm running with now, this is the only storyline that I've not done with this one. Rabino betrayed Nerevar.
So our legends say. Nerevar united the Kaima and forged an alliance with the Dwemer. He died at the Battle of Red Mountain. We believe the Tribunal hastened his demise, despite Vivek's claims to the contrary.
And where does the Nerevarine fit in all this?
The Nerevarine is a promise and a prophecy. We believe that, through the power of Azura, Nerevar will return to unite all Dunmer, House and Ashlander alike, and make Morrowind great again. The returned Nerevar will be known as the Nerevarine.
You don't believe Kadala's claim?
While the prophecy of the Nerevarine can be interpreted as the end of the Tribunal, I have always seen it as a prediction of hope and peace. Chodola and some Ashlanders, such as the Red Exiles, favor war. That's not the Nerevarine I believe in.
You think Chodola wants a war? Yeah, it's what I like about the ESOs. You can play the storyline like I'm doing now, or you can do dungeon delves and grinding. You can play alone, or you can play in a group. So that's why I actually do like ESO. I normally play alone myself. You think Chodola wants a war?
He uses in Ashkon's words to plant dark ideas in his followers. Ideas that speak of false gods, lost traditions, and the need for a cleansing war. His words become more forceful every day, but I hope to dissuade him from this violent course.
Tell me about Chodola's new power.
All I know is that his new power frightens me. Chodola returned from a sojourn in the wilderness more vibrant, more commanding. He's always been strong, but now he's fearless, practically invincible, and swifter than the fastest Ashlander scout.
Do you think the source of Chodola's new power?
Chodola says his new abilities strengthen his claim as the Nerevarine. I think it's the staff he carries. He had it when he returned, and now it's always at his side. I know it's unreasonable, but I hate that staff. He calls it Sunara.
Goodbye. Okay, yeah, so we're basically doing the Vivek storyline. And part of the storyline is we need to investigate 3 of these events. That was one of the events. We need to have 2 more. One down here and one down here. And Michael Amber playing with lightning again. Next to the one of the other investigation spots. Let's teleport again. To a different area of the map. At least this one doesn't have thunder and lightning going at the moment. So I'm doing the storyline, so I'm not going after the other quests. This has always been such a hassle for me. Because you have to swim. Or you have to ride the long way around. And again, chests like this also. I'll just force the locks. One of my abilities. Okay, so now we need to enter this. No, it doesn't. It's just atmosphere. It doesn't really affect anything. And this character I'm playing is actually an assassin, so can very easily sneak around.
Such displeasure and disappointment. Nothing works, even though every calculation is precise. Now an interruption. How infuriating. Wait. Sometimes the great gear turns from frustration to opportunity.
Do you know anything about divine energy?
Divine energy? I'll have you know I participated in Lord Sothis Seal's 9 analyses of the Exalted Enigmas. But we have more important matters. I'm about to determine the correlation between color and time, and I could use another set of hands.
Will you answer my question?
A reciprocal exchange. Interesting, yes. I can see the benefits of such an arrangement. Very well. Just activate the crystals in the proper sequence while I modulate the energy flow. Less chance of an explosion that way.
Alright, let's see if I can determine a proper sequence. This one was a bit of a trick. I don't remember that there's any color codes or anything around. So if I say red,
A good start. Keep going.
yellow,
Correct. So far, so good.
violet.
No. Reset the mechanism and try again.
Okay, so we start with red,
A good start. Keep going.
yellow,
Correct. So far, so good.
green,
Nice clockwork you are.
let's try blue,
Close, very close. One more to go.
and violet.
Yes, I love it when the gears align.
Okay,
Perfect. Such are the benefits of an extra set of appendages. The energy flows freely and without disruption, allowing the rods and the pistons to align in a most pleasing manner. Thank you. Now, why do you want to know about divine energy?
well, I was sent to ask about the transfer of divine energy.
Sent? How intriguing. I was just thinking about my former master, Sir Seal, and the experiments we conducted. He desperately sought to understand the power he and his companions attained, especially whether or not that power was temporary.
Did Sir Seal reach a conclusion?
Not while I assisted him. He had a tool that he used to drain away minute bits of his own divine energy to store and study. He could extract it and return it as he saw fit. Not sure what became of the tool, but here are my notes from those days.
Those notes should be helpful. Can I ask you a few more questions? Not really.
More questions? Well, Lord Sir Seal attributed curiosity to intellectual superiority. Suppose I should do the same. Ask, and I will attempt to tighten the cogs of your ongoing education as best I can.
The tool was never a weapon, but it could be used as a weapon. He worked for Sir Seal, and Sir Seal is one of the 3 of the tribunals that would that basically created the rules. Yeah, not a lot of anything to learn there. As like I said, I'm also trying to rush it a bit due to my time restraints. The next stop is going to be Balmore. I need to get to that way shrine again. Let's see if I can jump across here. Damn it, that's not good. I got trespassing on me. And now for 5 minutes I can't go into occupied areas. Which would include Balmore. This will now cause an issue. Let's go down here first. I'm going to sidetrack now for a bit until I get the wanted status removed. Because it's been a while since I visited the Thieves Guild. I need to clean up my pockets.
Think someone will arm wrestle me in here?
Here and now.
One of the...
I can buy your goods, or I can make sure other merchants don't kick.
I can actually get rid of that wanted profile. Really wanted to. Or I can just
I'd rather deal.
sell this stuff that I've got extra. I need to do at and I can repair all my equipment. That's at least done. And then here's the bank.
Once worked in a proper bank.
So I got 3.3 million in the bank. Gold in the bank. I don't need to worry about too much about gold. Now 3 minutes.
You bring it, I buy it. And I'm not picky on what it is.
Fine, let's just pay it because I'm limited on time. Normally I'd find something else to do. But yeah, it's story off. If I don't do that, I can't continue. At least for 3 minutes then. Hopefully I don't take 3 minutes to load in. Back to the way shrine and then on with Balmora. Gather information.
They want us to go outside the house to find Vaya.
Okay.
Please,
doesn't want me to jump.
To get out of here. Those cultists, they're insane.
All right, but keep your voice down. I'll be ready to leave soon enough. In the meantime, if anyone asks, you're just here to haul cargo.
The cultists. One of Vivek's dreams. Let's talk.
What? Who? This one is just here to haul cargo.
Relax, I'm here to help. What was that you said about cultists?
Cultists? This one said nothing about cultists. Perhaps you are thinking of another Khajiit. Look, Renaku just wants to leave all these crazy dark elves behind and find a safer mine to work in. The Shulk ore mine is cursed.
Okay, so we can take the long route, or we can just intimidate. Let's intimidate.
No one likes a gwar licker, you clawless kitten. It happened a few days back. Weird cultists just barged in and took over the mine. This one managed to get away, but the crew chief and some of the others are still out there. Happy now, fish breath?
Goodbye. Call me what you like. But at least that reduced... Because I would have had to go around to find other things. But we need to get to the crew chief and the mines.
That was a brave deed, rescuing Sendran.
Ow! Stupid dog.
What happened? Let me see.
I just tried to pet it. Damn dog bit me.
Leave it alone.
Don't pet strange dogs. Didn't your mother teach you anything? Okay. So we need to go into this cave. Crew Chief Handolf.
You shouldn't be here. Didn't you read the House Redarin proclamation? I wouldn't be here myself, but some of my miners are still in there.
Can you tell me what happened in the mine?
Our mine was invaded by violent cultists. They showed up and just took the place over. My people are trapped. I'm no expert, but it looked like the cultists were preparing to conduct a ritual before the Ashlander interrupted them.
Do you think the cultists are conducting the ritual? Why do you think the cultists are...
Probably because I heard one of them say, "With this ritual we'll call forth a mystical weapon and attain the power of a god." Or something along those lines. Look, I was just trying to get me and my miners out of there when the Ashlander showed up.
Ashlander interrupted the cultists?
Well, I never actually saw an Ashlander, but I heard a cultist yell, "Ashlander thief, that's our mystical weapon." That's not an exact quote, but you get the idea. I don't know what happened after that. I was kind of busy trying not to die.
Was it Kolodak stole the scepter here? Or the staff here? What kind of mine is the Kulk?
It used to be an ore mine, and we hope it will be again. My crew was inside preparing to start up mining operations when the cultists attacked. The way things are going, we might just have to turn the place into another Kwama egg mine.
I'll go into the mine and see what I can find out.
Really? That's awfully brave of you. If you see any of my miners, tell them to get their arses out here. I'll wait as long as I can. or until I hear screaming. Then I'll go to Balmora and try to find some help. Good luck in there.
Goodbye. Okay, let's go do some murders. Somebody's busy here. Trying to see what their level is. I'm not able to see what their level are. Level 17. Yeah, difference between a level 17 and a level 1200. Okay, backpack. Leave the backpacks actually. Okay. Deep into the mine. Somebody's standing here. But there's no flag on them. And somebody was running that way. The reason why I went into the middle. I said switch weapons. My attack is an area attack when I spin. Narcotos. Back. Okay. Anything else here? Don't say anything else. Just leave, okay? And we'll leave. Come on with us. So yeah, I'm actually in an area that below me. And if I don't get stuck up on wood, it'll go faster. Okay. Chief Hano.
Did you find what you were looking for in the mine?
I'm not sure. I need to consult with my contact.
Of course. I perfectly understand. I think I'll wait a little longer and see if any of my miners were able to escape from the cultists. Good luck with your mission, whatever it is.
Goodbye. Okay, so return to the office. So I want 2 mines on how to return. I think this is still the fastest.
Outlander, over here! This requires a considerable amount of effort, so just listen. We have a problem here. Return to my office immediately.
I was on my way there. This is my time to tell me to go where I'm going to. We want to go to this way shrine, yeah. Still out of a brief after that escapade.
At last. Did you see what's happening outside? Red Mountain rumbles louder and more frequently. The sky grows dark, and worst of all, the people are beginning to notice. Soon I'll have to muster the Ordinators to keep them from the palace doors.
Is that the emergency? The people want to see Lord Vivek?
In part. Lord Vivek is not well. I won't allow his followers to see him in this state. He continues to lose energy, and it's becoming difficult for him to maintain the realm in his usual fashion. Now, what did your investigations uncover?
I investigated the 3 locations. Here's what I've learned.
I'll review these documents and present your findings to Lord Vivek. I was against bringing you into this investigation, but I was wrong. Thank you for aiding us. You should go see Lord Vivek now. He's been asking about you. I'll be along shortly.
I'm going to just read the note. I thought we would discuss what I learned.
Very well. Tell me what you learned at each of the locations, and let's see what conclusions we can come to.
Barrelzar told me about Silverseal's experiments with divine energy. He gave me his notes.
Barrelzar faithfully served Sotherseal. He's as loyal to the Tribunal as I am. He would never intentionally harm Lord Vivek. But that tool he mentioned... Perhaps one of the priests Vivek sent away could search the temple archives for more information.
Vivek sent away all his priests?
Lord Vivek doesn't want his followers to see him in such a weakened state. Only you, Canon Levuel, and myself are permitted into his palace now. Speaking of the palace, Lord Vivek wants to see you when we're done here.
An Ashlander called Kodala has been inciting the tribes.
So your notes say, and this Saren assisted you. Interesting. Most Ashlanders want nothing to do with the Tribunal. Even so, they rarely become aggressive. I'd say this Chodala bears watching. If we can spare it, I'll send an armiger to Aldrin.
Chodala's newfound power might have something to do with Vivek's problem.
Interesting theory. Perhaps Chodala's staff can steal Vivek's energy. But I have a hard time imagining how an Ashlander could accomplish such a feat. Lord Vivek said the draining has grown more intense since you left. It doesn't look well.
Yeah, I think that the staff is the tool. Otters took over the mine outside Balmora.
From what you discovered, I dare say there may be a correlation between the narcotic relic and the tool Barrelzal mentioned. And it seems the Ashlander thieves are connected to Chodala. Your evidence points to a clear conclusion.
Chodala is using sonorils to steal the Vivek's divine energy.
So it appears. Lord Vivek's doing his best not to complain, but I can see how much the draining of his energy has cost him. Just seeing you again should improve his mood considerably. And the progress you made with your investigations, outstanding.
Goodbye. So yeah, easy enough.
What kind of trouble do you think we can get up to here?
Lots. I'm not here for trouble.
I demand you make way and let me see Lord Vivek.
Lord Vivek isn't receiving visitors today.
My lord, please let me send for aid. Perhaps one of the healers can help you.
Pain is best tolerated in private, as I have written in the 37th ballad.
There must be something I can do.
You can call the Archcanon. He should hear the news our friend brings us. The river drains into the sea. as my divinity flows out of me. Needs some work. As you can see, I continue to lose energy, and it has made me somewhat agitated. Have you made any progress toward discovering the source of my discomfort?
I think that an Ashlander named Gerdela might be responsible for your condition.
An Ashlander? That seems unlikely, but I trust your instincts. We need to find out more about this Chodala and the ancient enemy that aids him. Take this. Another token of my appreciation. And look, here comes the Archcanon now.
Complete.
My lord, the Outlander may have actually discovered something.
Okay, speak to the Archcanon.
After further examination of the documents you brought back, I have to agree with your assessment. The Ashlander Chodala has somehow siphoned divine energy away from Lord Vivek.
So now you know how to restore Lord Vivek's power?
Not exactly. But now that we know that the affliction isn't natural, we can work toward a solution, one that probably involves Chodala's staff. How the Ashlander got his hands on Sothasil's tool and turned it into a weapon is beyond me, though.
You want me to acquire a staff called Sonara?
Eventually, but we need to be cautious. If Chodala is as respected as you say, attacking him would start a war we can't afford to partake in. Go to Aldrin and talk to his sister, Saren. I don't trust her either, but she worked with you before.
I'll go to talk to Saren.
Get to Aldrin and locate Saren. She needs to tell us more about Chodala and then help us acquire his staff. Without it, we can't restore Vivek. Meanwhile, I need to placate the populace. The people grow concerned over Vivek's continuing isolation.
Good point. So we already know Vivek is sick because somebody is siphoning his energy. They can only tell us that so many times. But yeah, there's a lot of repeat in these stories also, because it's an open world. They don't necessarily know from what direction you're coming from. Like, yeah, if I open up the map, this is all the different areas, and I can click on basically any of them, and they're done. So that's basically what I'm busy doing, is completing all the stories. And in this case, I've heard it how many times over.
Outlander, quickly! This way!
Alright.
I've been thinking about my brother's claim that he's the Nerevarine since we last spoke. No matter how I try, the word tastes false on my tongue. And now I fear he's about to convince the wise woman that his quest for power will benefit the tribes.
What can I do to help?
My brother is respected and revered. He has allies in all of the tribes, not to mention his personal Red Exiles. We have to proceed with caution. Respect the Ashlander customs and traditions. Anything else will lead to violence and bloodshed.
So what do?
We talked to my brother. Tried to convince him this isn't the way. Barring that, we make sure the wise woman doesn't get drawn into his madness. Whatever Chodala says or does, don't attack him. We don't need a war between the houses and the Ashlanders.
I'll follow your lead. I need to go in here. Okay.
The wise woman. I was hoping she'd be here.
You're too late, dear sister. Despite your protestations, the wise woman has gone to the cave of the incarnate to confirm my claim.
Brother, Do you really want to pursue this dangerous course?
There was a time when you gave me your unconditional support, Seren. I miss those days.
That stuff do look a lot like a
My brother
Cross
Chodala is
City.
about to do something foolish and dangerous. But by dusk and dawn, Azura put you and I on the same path for a purpose. I just hope we have enough time.
What's Colin going to do?
He's about to claim the title of the Nerevarine and try to unite the Ashlander tribes gathered here. He already convinced the Red Exiles to support him. He's using them to intimidate the other tribes. If he persuaded the Wise Woman to his cause.
Tell me about the Wise Woman.
Wise Woman Dovrasi, the most respected counselor and spirit guide this side of Red Mountain. She went to the Cavern of the Incarnate to meditate on Chodala's claim. If she confirms my brother's assertion, the tribes will follow wherever he leads.
We need to talk to the Wise Woman.
Agreed, but I dare not leave Chodala alone with the tribes. I feel the hand of Azura in all this. Go to the Cavern of the Incarnate and talk to the Wise Woman. I'll stay here and try to keep things under control until you return.
Then I head to the Cavern of the Incarnate.
The cavern's to the northeast of Aldrin, on the other side of the mountain. Hopefully, the rumbling and lava won't slow you down too much. Get to the cavern and talk to the Wise Woman. If she accepts Chodala's claim about the Nerevarine.
Okay, so they say it's to the northeast, up here. So there's a way shrine there and there's a way shrine. But time to go way shrine helping again.
She won't refuse my claim. Just in case, make sure the Red Exiles are ready.
Your word is law.
So if she refute the claim, it's going to be a war regardless. So we want to jump up here. Like I said, I did play this mission, it's just been such a long time ago. And with different character, of course. With the speed I'm running, I can run close-ish.
Is my shield, you foul creatures.
Okay. Let's play a bit with my shadow. That's the Moras. Stand around me. That's healthy to you.
Thank you for aiding me, but I sense you came for a different purpose. Let's talk inside the cavern.
Well, let's go. Nearly run past the Wise Woman. I'm seeing my tracking is actually not working so well. Fun of it.
An outlander? Surely there must be another way. No, my lady, of course not. I'll do as you ask. Come here, outlander. We must talk.
Okay, let's
It
go.
feels strange to talk to an outlander in such a sacred place, but the Queen of the Night Sky insists. I need to render judgment on an important claim, and she says you can help me reach the correct decision.
This is about Kodala and the Nerevarine, right?
Words of truth from the mouth of an outlander. Remarkable. The Red Exiles and a few others believe that Chodala is the Nerevarine. He's convinced them, but not me. I came here to consider my options. I fear a bloodbath if I oppose his claim.
Isn't there a way to prove he's not a Nerevarine?
Perhaps, but I must remain impartial.
If someone else reveals the flaws in Chodala's claims by comparing him to the failed incarnates, that might do the trick.
I remember this. I remember how I struggled with it also, because you need to give the correct answers. The failed incarnates.
We thought the incarnates were possessed by the spirit of Nerevar, but each had a critical flaw that made them destined to fail to fulfill the prophecy. Their spirits reside here. Yes, you should speak to the incarnates. I see Azura's wisdom now.
How do I talk to the spirits of the incarnates?
Take this pouch of blessed grave dust. Sprinkle a pinch upon the bones of the incarnates to call forth their spirits. Return to Aldrin after you have learned all you can. Perhaps we can curb Chodala's ambitions before they lead us to war.
Goodbye.
We need knowledge to defeat Chodala, Outlander. Listen well to what the failed incarnates have to say.
This is where you take mental notes. Let's talk.
We are the failed incarnates. The Ashlanders, who proudly proclaimed themselves to be the Nerevarine, but were found wanting. The Lady of Dawn and Dusk urged us to cooperate. So ask your question, Outlander.
What flaw made you fail to fulfill the prophecy?
Take my scroll and help the wise woman see the lie of unbridled power. I thought myself the reborn Nerevar, for I was the strongest, most powerful warrior in all the land. But power alone won't save my people. In the end, it couldn't even save me.
Bye. The knot.
The Nerevarine remains a promise unfulfilled. And I am as guilty of prideful posturing as every other failed incarnate that occupies this hall. Ask your question and let's be done with this, Outlander.
What in it your quest to become the Nerevarine?
The Nerevarine must listen as well as proclaim. I refuse to accept wise counsel, which led to the doom of my tribe and the end of my quest to embody the spirit of Nerevar. Take my scroll and remind the wise woman that wisdom ignored is ignorance.
That we see every day. Sorry.
Once I was the hope of my people, but then my claim was proven false. Now I wait, and I hope for the Nerevarines' return. State your question, Outlander, and I shall do as Azura urges.
I decided you were the Nerevarine. Why?
To fulfill the prophecy, I followed a path of blood and war. In the end, my path became a road that led nowhere, and I was cast down from my lofty spot. Take my scroll, and help the wise woman understand the futility of a senseless war.
Goodbye.
Mortal, let us speak. I foresaw your usefulness before you even set foot in Vvardenfell. Now comes a test that will challenge your ability to separate truth from lies. You must convince the tribes that Chodala is not the Nerevarine.
I communicate with the incarnate, just as the wise woman commanded.
Doversee's wisdom outshines most other mortals. She recognizes the futility of Chodala's claim. If she rebuffs him, however, the tribes will turn on each other, and blood will flow.
The staff.
Sunra. It makes Chodala confident. reckless.
The staff is the source of Chudala's power.
Your instincts served you well. Chotala's path took a dark turn. However, my sight clouds when I look too closely. So Thasiel built Sunara, but he did not create it with this vile purpose in mind. You must act on my behalf, and Vivek's.
I'll do what you ask.
Then go. Return to Aldrun and help the wise woman reveal the falsehood of Chotala's claim. And let Saren assist you. She is my champion and a trusted friend of all Ashlanders.
Goodbye. Yeah, we can summarize already what the other options would have been. And it's basically just she's helping because she looks after the Ashlanders. I don't really want to go into a fight. Especially seeing that I've got so little time remaining, so we need to go down here. All to the way shrine. Remember the first time that I was playing this, I couldn't find a pointer. And I was running around, and eventually on
You've returned.
a search I found where I should go. It was just
The wise woman
glitched
returned
for
from
me.
the Cavern of the Incarnate and went right into Scar to meet with the tribes. Chodala's in there too, about to be named the Nerevarine. Tell me you came back with something to stop my brother's rise to power.
I spoke to some of the Incarnate, and they gave me these scrolls.
Ah, of course. Use the tales of the failed Incarnates to counter Chodala's arguments. That's brilliant. Well, except for one problem.
Problem?
An Outlander has no status in the Council. The Ashlanders won't listen to a word you say. Someone else has to present the arguments. Someone they trust. I suppose that means I have to challenge my brother. With your help, of course.
Alright, let's go and dispute your brother's claim.
Meet me inside.
Yeah, why would they trust an outsider? Even today, somebody comes in, try to disrupt what you are saying. Why would they allow it? How do they know it's truth? But yeah.
Must we continue this farce? It's obvious that I'm the Nerevarine.
Someone has stepped forward to challenge your claim, Chodala.
Saren, I'm disappointed in you, dear sister.
Enough. I shall hear your arguments and render my decision.
Even the Outlander can see that I'm the most powerful Ashkan. My strength alone proves that I am the Nerevarine.
Chodala puts forth his great strength as proof of his claim. Give me the scroll that discounts such a trait for the Nerevarine.
Yeah, now I'm trying to remember the names. Witcher Falls, I'm not that good on. Not at Runt. answer?
Yes, that's a sound argument.
Goodbye.
Incarnate, appear!
As a warrior and as an Ashkan, I was the most powerful of my age. But for all my strength, I failed my people. Don't follow my example.
The faithless houses dare to threaten our land, but we shall meet them in battle, and I will lead us to victory.
Ah, blood.
This is more nerve-wracking than I anticipated.
That was...
Which scroll do you recommend to counter this argument?
That was the woman Adiri, I think it was.
That makes sense. I'll try that. Incarnate, appear!
I thought the path to the Nerevarine was a path of blood and battle, but my love of war was my undoing. War is not the way.
These failed incarnates prove nothing. I need no counsel but my own, as befits my status as the Nerevarine.
Other words...
I think it's working. One more strong assertion, and that should do it.
With other words, why, not listening to wise counsel.
Of course. Let's see what happens. Incarnate, appear!
I refuse to accept the counsel of the wise women and the Ashkans. I thought I knew best, but I knew nothing. That is not the way of the Nerevarine.
Seren and the Outlander, their arguments have merit. Chodala, we deny your claim. You are not the Nerevarine.
This proves nothing! Look how the staff protects me! I am the Nerevarine! Red exiles, slay the
Brother,
unbelievers!
no!
These guys don't stand a chance against me. Okay, so where do I need to go? Okay, normally it comes in threes.
For the Nerevarine!
Say Alpha, normally it's the main person, but this is not the main. Go after my companion. The first time I fought that fight was I was low level.
Go to my hut and get my healer's sack. Now.
I hate what right away, wise woman.
Okay, so where do we need to go? Well, Azura.
Mortal, I would have words with you. Chodala has been revealed as a failed Nerevarine, but that hasn't dissuaded him from his reckless course of action. As long as he wields the staff, he shall be unstoppable.
What should we do?
Time is against you, mortal. Even now, Vivek, that pompous usurper, grows increasingly weaker. As much as I deplore him, Vivek cannot fall to Chodala's vile magic. There's another power at work here. One I can't quite put my finger on.
Yes, the Daedric Prince. There must be something I can do.
Return to Vivek City. Do what you can to aid Vivek, and pay heed to my faithful vessel, Saren. I name her Champion of the Moon and Star. She will play a pivotal role in ending her brother's march toward godhood, if she survives.
I'll return to Vivek City.
That was... exhilarating.
Okay, Time to get back to Vvardenfell City. We need roads. Okay, to Vvardenfell City. Why shrine? And then up to the palace again.
I don't like the looks of that sky.
Pull yourself together. You're a buoyant armiger for Vivek's sake.
As a god weakens, so too does his city suffer. I know my people grow fearful. Even the Archcanon is distressed. But the energy that remains to me holds the moonlit in the sky. At least for now. So what news does my eyes and ears bring to me?
We discredited Cadillac as the Naravani, but he escaped with Sonara.
How this upstart Ashlander learned to attune Sotha Seal's tool confounds my understanding. And he dares use my power? Still, your help is appreciated. Every strike and parry takes us one step closer to ending this threat and restoring my vitality.
That's complete.
To Lord Vivek's condition, it falls upon us to find a solution. Lord Vivek must conserve his remaining energy, so we need to solve this problem on our own. It all comes back to Chodala. That damned Ashlander's draining the warrior poet's power. We need to stop him and get that damn staff. How should I know? That's not a skill that Lord Vivek must conserve his remaining energy, so we need to solve this problem on our own. It all comes back to Chodala. That damned Ashlander's draining the warrior poet's power. We need to stop him and get that damn staff.
Sonara makes Chodala invulnerable. How do we circumvent the staff?
How should I know? That's not a skill the Tribunal teaches. Return to Barrelzar's tower and get Sothasil's former apprentice to come up with some kind of countermeasure. I'm sure he knows more than he's told you. I do have one concern, though.
Just one concern?
You see right through me, Outlander. I have more worries than a Kwama queen has eggs. I'm talking about Chodala's sister. Seren claims to want to help, to want peace, but I don't trust her. Seek out Barrelzar, but be wary of the Ashlander's sister.
I'll return to Balazar's tower and see if he knows how to circumvent Chodala's staff.
We need to stop Chodala, and to do that, we need to find a way to overcome the device he's wielding. Find Barrelzar and make sure that crazy mage provides you with something we can use to save Lord Vivek.
Okay. 15 minutes remaining. So I need to end the stream. Let's try and see if we can do Balazar's tower. So again, we travel down here. Favorite place to travel to. So we're trying to get around here. Let's try and see if we can skirt around this area without trespassing. Oh, there's a chest here. Quickly force that lock. Why can't I mount? Seems like I can. Balthazar's Tower. And
Is someone up there? I could use some help down here.
into Scary Cat's cave.
Hurry, please. I have a natural aversion to Daedra.
This thing. I hate this thing.
Sounds like the danger is past. Wipe your feet and come inside.
Wipe your feet. Don't want to drench in any of their blood. Oh, results.
So hard to concentrate and maintain schedules when interruptions constantly occur. Don't they know the Great Gear never pauses in its rotations? So that was you up there. I appreciate the assistance. Daedric entities can be very unpredictable.
Why would Daedric attacking you, Balthazar?
Logic has very little place in the behavior of Daedra, my hopeful associate. Studying the fabric of reality does tend to attract unwanted attention. But these creatures appeared just before you entered my tower. I wonder, why have you returned?
Allocated surface seal still, but it's been altered to steal Lord Vivek's divine energy.
Ah, a modification of my master's old experiments, turning a simple tool into a dangerous weapon. Ingenious! Evil, yes, but also quite brilliant. A tonal inverter should counter it. Uses sound waves to temporarily disrupt the flow of energy.
Do you have a tunnel inventor I can use?
No, of course not. I just invented it. I need proper components to build such a device. My hirelings scour the land for materials all the time. Here's a list. Head out the back door and ask them to direct you to these common dwarven components.
Okay, goodbye. Let's see what we can take out of this area. Before we head out the back door, which is next to the bath. Okay, so I want us to go to here to for another quarry. Okay. So we're going to try and go around the back again. Yeah, the mount I'm riding is literally right out of Surface Hill's Clockwork City. Would fit in quite nicely there. To give you an idea, these are the mounts I'm riding. Mechanical mounts. Okay, so we need to talk to 3 people here. which is apparently his people to pick up the stuff.
What is it?
One of them are here. On a blaster.
If you're another pilgrim looking for charity, I suggest you move along. I have neither the time to waste nor the gold to spare. I'm currently between employment, and my own funds have become dangerously depleted.
Beryl has sent me to talk to you. I need to find the item on this list.
Let me see that. What's that crazy mage need this time? I suppose you could find a manual clockwork shaft in the Nichuleft ruins. But I'd avoid that place if I were you. If the roof doesn't collapse, the constructs will rip you apart.
I also need to put something important. Tell me how to find a manual clockwork shaft.
If you insist. Deep in the ruins churns a big machine. When I was there, it sputtered and vibrated, collapsing parts of the ceiling. Lava and rock fell everywhere. You need to get past that and some nasty constructs to retrieve the item.
Why don't you work for Vvardenfell anymore?
That mage is a menace. Oh, he always paid well, but the places he asked me to go, each was more dangerous than the last. And if I had to hear about the Great Gear one more time... For my own health and sanity, I had to break ties with Barrelzar.
Okay, so we need to find the other two. He's on the docks. I'm that wrong.
I feel like such a puny snowback, hiding here in Molag Mar. But you don't want to hear about my troubles. What can this broken Nord do for you?
Loadshedding sent me to talk to you. He said you could help me find the items on this list.
Barrelzar. He's the reason I'm a shattered man, doomed to become a cowering sheep like the rest of these pilgrims. All right, let me see that. Arkanthung Stordoms. You can find a Sonance generator there, after you deal with the steam trap.
What's that about the steam trap?
The cursed contraption. I almost had it figured out when a ghost floated up to me. No problem, I think. But then it enters a Centurion. Ghost machines. No sane Nord can fight ghost machines. I dropped my notes and ran as fast as I could.
You left your notes in Arkansas Phantom, because of a few ghosts.
Not just ghosts. Ghosts that possess dwarven machines. I'm through working for that crazy old mage and his clockwork monstrosities. But if you want to get past the steam trap, find my notes and follow the directions.
Goodbye. And there's one person more, and then we know where to go, but I will have to call it there also. There. Monograms in. Hello. Radar. On a quarry.
Damned vampires. I'll find a way to make them pay for what they did to my brother. I swear it on the tribunal and any Daedra willing enough to listen. What do you want? Can't you leave a person to her anger and her grief?
I think you could help me locate the items on this list.
He did he? Let me see that list. Well, the crazy old maid always said there were no coincidences. The inversion conduit. I saw one in Galome Deus, right before I barely escaped from those damned vampires.
Tell me about these damned vampires.
Eager to become cattle for the bloodsuckers? The Burn clan killed my brother. Damn their eyes. The item you seek was in the manufactory, but you'll need a control rod to get a dwarven spider to unlock it for you.
But it stop because he's not a nice person. I apparently need to ask that.
Because the mage wanted to send me to the far side of Vvardenfell, and I need to remain here. I'm not going anywhere until I make the Burn clan pay for what it did to my brother. If you can kill some of the bastards, that'll be a start.
Why? Probably kill them all. I really wanted to. Okay, so we need to retrieve the components, which of course is all sitting here. But are they all in one location? No, they're in different locations. But yeah, unfortunately, I've got 3 minutes left. So I need to call it because I still need to make dinner and all that. Yeah, unfortunately, it's the time we live in. How did I say? No risk for the wicked. Okay. I thought I was going to write is no longer online. That's interesting. But yeah. Let's write somebody else then. But yeah. For those still watching, thanks for coming in. I'll try tomorrow. I can't stream because the load shedding is right when I could stream. So I can't stream tomorrow. I'll try and stream Tuesday and continue the story. But for now, let's go and write another print. Until next time. Cheers.